According to the ASPCA, 1.6 million dogs and cats are humanely euthanized in shelters across the United States every year. This is due in large part to lack of breeding control, leading to overpopulation and overcrowding of these shelters. Spaying and neutering is the only 100% effective birth control for animals. 68% of U.S. citizens own a dog or a cat. So the topic of spaying and neutering your pet is relevant to most of our lives. However, if you do not own a pet, I will explain later on how you too can positively impact this overpopulation crisis without even owning a pet. I have owned multiple pets my entire life, and they are what inspired me to be a veterinarian. I am currently enrolled in the pre-veterinary program at Ohio University, and I've been working at a vet clinic for over 3 years. In these 3 years, I have seen spaying and neutering multiple times a day, and I have seen firsthand the benefit that spaying and neutering can have for both the pets and the owners, as well as the low risk in surgery. Today I will be going over why owners do not spay and neuter their pets, as well as why they should, by explaining the health benefits, as well as the behavioral benefits, and the overall impact that spaying and neutering your pet can have on the overpopulation crisis. The first thing I will be going over is why some owners do not spay and neuter their pets. There are many myths surrounding spaying and neutering, and these include weight gain in your pet and loss of personality. However, these claims are completely unfounded and have no correlative proof. According to the American Veterinary Medical Association, these procedures do not affect a pet's intelligence or their ability to learn, work, play, or hunt. Another issue that owners face is the risk associated with the surgery itself and going under anesthesia. According to the veterinarian that I work for, Lisa Pelfrey, she says that if your pet is under 7 years old and has not had previous medical issues, there is virtually no risk at all associated with either of these surgeries, as they are the most common and most performed. In the 3 years that I have worked, I have seen hundreds of these procedures done, and I have not seen one go wrong. However, if your pet is over 7 years old, which is considered mature, it is important to get pre-anesthetic blood work, which is highly recommended by most, if not all, veterinarians. This blood work panel can show whether your pet has any issues at all and should go under surgery. If they're fine, then spaying and neutering is the right choice. But if there is an issue, then you should talk more with your veterinarian. The last deterrent that is most common as to why people do not spay and neuter their pets is the cost of the procedure itself. This surgery can be very costly. It varies from clinic to clinic, and neutering is much cheaper than spaying, but you will still see a cost of a couple $100s. A lot of times this is not doable in our budget. So there are alternatives to this, which includes adopting a pet. Most pets that you adopt at most shelters are already spayed or neutered, and it is included in the adoption fee. However costly this procedure can be, I will now explain the health benefits associated with spaying and neutering. For female patients, spaying them has resulted in fixing many health complications and preventing many as well. Spaying your pet can completely prevent uterine infections, which can be very deadly, and breast tumors. According to the ASPCA, breast tumors in animals are often malignant and cancerous in over 50% of dogs and over 90% of cats. Spaying your pet can completely avoid cancer in the breast tumor. In male patients, the health benefits are also very prevalent. Neutering your male companion can completely prevent prostate issues as well as testicular cancer. Next, I will go over something that affects both the pet and the owners, and that is the behavioral benefits. Spaying and neutering your pet fixes many behavioral issues associated with breeding. In males, this is most common shown in urination marking. This is especially true for intact cats. Unneutered cats often spray their urine all over the house, and this can lead to crazy messes and an unbearable smell. If you neuter your cat, this can either stop the process if it has already started, or it can completely prevent it and prevent a lot of headaches. In males, increased aggressiveness is also associated with unneutered males. If you neuter your pet early enough, the aggressiveness trait may never show. However, if your pet already has an established personality and aggressiveness is part of that, neutering them will not completely take away this trait. However, it still will have a positive impact. The behavioral issue associated closely with females that are unspayed include the heat cycle. During their heat cycle, female animals are often much more vocal, much more likely to run away, and also bleed all over your house. If you spay your animal, you completely stop this cycle. Lastly, I am going to speak about the overall impact that spaying and neutering your pet can have on the overpopulation of stray and homeless animals. San Antonio Animal Services claims that just one pair of dogs can produce 508 puppies in their lifetime. There are no statistics on cats. However, I believe it would be much more because their gestation period is much shorter than dogs. OneGreenPlanet.org states that there are over 70 million homeless and stray animals in the United States. Spaying and neutering your pet can decrease this issue. However, if you do not have any pets and you've been nodding off during this presentation because you do not think it relates to you, there are programs such as the one my veterinarian runs where you can bring in stray cats and dogs that you find, and they will spay and neuter them at no cost to you and take care of them. So even if you do not own a pet, you can still help to reduce the overpopulation crisis. In conclusion, in order to be a responsible pet owner, you should spay and neuter your pets. Spaying and neutering your pet is one way to ensure that your pet has a longer and healthier life. I have had many pets my whole life, and I work with many others' pets, so I know the importance that they can have on our lives, and this is one way we can ensure that their lives will be better. There are many health benefits, as I have already stated, such as preventing cancer and correcting behavioral issues, which will make life much easier and happier for both the pet and the owner. Today, I hope I have persuaded you to spay and neuter both your current pets and your future ones, and help decrease the overpopulation crisis in America. Thank you.